Crank this son of a bitch up. Welcome to the Bayside Report, everyone. Friday night. We're coming in hot, late as fuck. 10:47 the clock reads as it's Friday, July 14th. You're probably out 3 sheets to the wind right now with 7 tequila shots in you, hitting the honky tonk shuffle. Last night we let the liquor talk. What a good country song. Welcome to the show. It's been a hell of a week. I'm personally worn the fuck out, exhausted. So I'm here to podcast with my favorite people, the listeners of the Bayside Reports. I adopted a cat. We'll get into that. Even my 66-year-old parents are more lit than me. Holy shit, this song's getting intense as fuck. My parents are at a Matchbox 20 concert. They just FaceTimed me for the whole concert. So sorry for the delay. But we're here. Dargolan, the 80s music king, royalty free. This is how you come into a fucking podcast. They opened the 70s bar in St. Pete. Better than that country shit, but this is what you want. This kind of vibe right here. SAG writers on strike. We'll get into it in the news update, but welcome to the Bayside Report. We're just gonna ease your mood right here a little bit. It's hot, hot, hot. It's hot, hot, hot. It's the heat of summer. It's the Midsummer Classic here. It is the Midsummer point, I think, pretty much, right about now. You know, when the MLB All-Star Game hits, shit is getting real. Welcome, welcome, welcome to this special Friday night edition of the Bayside Report podcast. Let's get right in to our news update. News update! News update! Oh wow, it's actually been a quiet week. We actually have some abstract news, some fun news if you would. This one's really not fucking fun. SAG writer's strike. The actors, the writers, they're on strike. They're striking. AI concerns they're concerned about. They're scanning. They wanted to scan the image and likeness of all the actors that was in the contract. So I get it. I turned that shit down. That sounds a little suspect. All production stopped though. They had the Oppenheimer premiere and they dipped right after that. India, they sent a rocket to the moon. That was about 16 hours ago. I wonder how it went. Biden, 39 billion forgiven to 804,000 people for student loan forgiveness. So I qualified for the student loan forgiveness. Holy fuck, this music's loud. I only have like $5,000 and they were going to forgive it. It was like under 10 grand. So I don't know. Do I qualify? 804,000 people is not a lot. So I'm not sure if I qualify. They told me I qualified. I can't even log into my shit. We'll find out. What else did Biden do? 3,000 troops ready for Europe deployment. So if war breaks out, people, it might. I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I just know he wants 3,000 people ready for Europe deployment. Threads usership. What a crock of shit that social media was. A week later, it's already usership down 50%. And that's our news update here on the Bayside Report. Holy shit, that was a ride. That was a roller coaster ride. Oh yeah, Cameo. So we're still, we gotta plug the Cameo real quick. Cameo's been pushing right along. I had this girl. She needed motivation for ziplining, so I did a ziplining video. I sang Oscar a happy birthday. Book your Cameo today at the Cameo King, Garrett Bellich, something like that. I don't know. I'll link it here in this podcast episode. But yeah, so I rescued a cat. That's the big news of the week. And it's been a lot. So I had my eye on this cat for a while. Her name's Molly. She's a 2-year-old tuxedo cat. She is probably the sweetest, easiest going cat ever. She's actually laying. Molly. There she is. I see her. She's rolled over. I'm going to have to give her some belly rubs after this. But she's a sweet little tuxedo cat, obviously a female. She had a wild life story. So she was in another humane society. She was a transfer to the current one. It's called Pasco County. It's the county north of where I'm at. And that's where she came from. She had a 12-year-old fellow cat sibling named Rufus, and I'm sorry, one's enough for me. I wanted to bring Rufus along. He is pushing 13 years old, so he is towards kind of the end of the line, and, maybe I could have been the one to shepherd him on his way, and, Molly got to keep her friend, but I just, it was too much. So I had my eye on her for a week or two. I was just checking the website, and this was the most adorable cat. I just couldn't believe that she was available as long as she was. She got in there in like June 18th or 19th to Pinella's, and then I got her on July 9th. So she was there for a few weeks. I was worried at first, and it was kind of an on-the-whim decision. Now, I lived with a cat I lived with multiple cats. A girl I used to date had 2 cats, girl cat siblings that kind of kicked off my cat. I don't want to call it, I love cats. It kicked off my love for cats. And after that, I lived with my sister's cat, who, I was already a seasoned vet by then, but I really got the experience of living with one. So, doing the litter box and just cleaning up after them, grooming them, doing the flea medication and all of that good stuff, playing with them, getting the temperament of a cat down. So I moved here 2 months ago. Man, it's already been like 2.5 months since I lived here. And there was this tuxedo cat roaming around outside. And that was kind of my first inkling. I was like, all right, living alone, you get lonely too. I was getting lonely. I work from home 3 days a week. So I just thought I needed a friend, So I see Molly on the site. I keep putting it off. And then last Saturday, I was probably subliminally like 70% of the way there, but I kept telling myself I wasn't going to get her. Sunday, I went to the beach with a few friends, and I got to the beach at like 10. And usually when you go to the beach, that's all you do and you go home. But something just told me, go see that cat. Go see the cat. And the Humane Society closed at 5, so I left the beach at 3, rode right up to the Humane Society. I looked like a fucking mess. I had a Croatia checkered home soccer jersey on. I had aqua blue swim trunks on to my fucking thigh, and I had thong sandals on, but I did not care. And they don't give a shit either. I rolled right up, sunburnt face, ready to take this cat home. So I got there, and it's just sad. This Humane Society, it's kind of temporary because they're building a new one, and it's nowhere near done. It's probably going to be another 6 months, but the temporary one's just trailers. And I went in, and I was like, I'm here to see Molly. I'm here to see this cat online. And she was sleeping when I got in there, but she woke her up, and she came right out and just started butting her head against my hand, and I got pretty emotional. I didn't bawl or cry or anything, but, you felt it coming on. I knew in that moment, I was like, I have to get this cat the fuck out of this place. This cat can't live here. And then Rufus is staring at me, her friend, her buddy, since, she's only 2. So she's known Rufus her whole life. So I felt bad not taking Rufus, but it is what it is. But I was like, we got to get this cat the fuck out of here. And so I got her out. She was meowing her heart out. But I got her in here. I bought the carrier there, and they hooked me up. Shout out to Pinella's Humane Society. Actually, real shit. Shout out to them real quick. They gave me litter. They gave me food. They gave me a carrier. What else? Her toys, her blankets, everything. It was a full, I really didn't have to. I was pretty good. I just went and bought a litter box real quick and some more food and, some basic stuff. But shout out to the Humane Society. They really hooked me up. It was $50 adoption fee. Why not? And she's helped me out. I'm here to help her out. Is it a symbiotic or an asymbiotic relationship? Let me Google that real quick, because I'll be honest, I think I failed biology. We had this biology teacher. She was a crazy shark lady. She just taught us about sharks. Symbiotic relationships, close associations form between two pairs of species. So I guess This is a quick Bayside fucking biology report right here. What's an asymbiotic relationship? Is there no thing? There's no such thing as an asymbiotic relationship. It's just symbiotic relationship. So, yeah, that explains why I didn't do so hot in biology. So, anyways, moving forward, the cat's great. She was skittish at first, still is a little bit, but I think she knows, after feeding her and kind of getting her set up and playing with her, and she knows I'm her guardian. And I was worried about the litter box. That's the one horror story. Even with my sister's old cat, sometimes he would just miss the litter box or, just be a fucking rebel. And he was a male cat. Sometimes he'd just be a rebel and just shit right in front of it. So you never knew what to expect. But she's a lady. I got her the covered one with a door. So she got like her own little, what the fuck's it called? Outhouse. She has her own little outhouse. And I don't want that. You don't want that open litter box. You got to keep it concealed. You got to keep it clean. And she, like I said, it's so nice having just a presence here. It's just such an uplifting thing of the day. So here I am. I got the cat insurance that it's like $20 a month. So if she swallows glass or, anything catastrophic happens, it's covered. So that's it. I'm locked in with this cat for how long? Cats could live up to like 20 years. I think the oldest cat's like 30. Oldest cat. 38 years old? She died in 2005, so born in 1967. That's it. That's pretty nuts. Cream Puff, a Texas cat, lived to be 38 years old in 3 days. So she died right after her birthday. That's fucking crazy. And she was a tabby. So I have a tuxedo. I think Molly's going to live to like 22, 23. She's going to be here for a while. So I'll be like, damn, that puts it in perspective. How long do dogs live? Dogs are pretty, there's fucking 10 million dogs. Dog life expectancy. 11 years. 11 years. Oh, wait, we got a little chart. Some go 14, 18, 12 to 16. Dachshunds go to 12 to 16. Yorkshire Terrier, 11 to 15. Yeah, so about 15 to 16 seems to be the genuine dog. He's a dog. Is that a video? He's like dog. He's like Jackson Smith, dog. Jason Smith, dog. He's like a fucking baseball player or football player. I don't know. But yeah, dog. Dogs live pretty, not as long as cats, cats kind of got the longevity on the dog. I love dogs too, but I just couldn't let a dog even say I'm gone for the day. Say I'm at the beach or I'm an hour north, south, east, or west of where I'm at, and I'm not going to be back for 7 hours. I can't have a dog sitting in here all day just being, that's when it shits on the floor and pisses on the floor. Dogs aren't good if you live a home alone and you're gone a lot. You gotta, the cat, and not even that I'm gone a lot, but the cat works. Molly will totally be fine for a day, a full day of alone. Obviously, she'd probably get a little stressed being alone, but she's a fucking dog. Moving on. What else is going on? We're hitting where we hit. We just hit 11:01 on the dot. Friday, July 14th. It's just a blessing to be here, everyone. I'm just laying back, chilling, having a little Michelob, just one tonight to ease the nerves. We're moving right along. I saw a Narcos Submarine. That was badass. When did that start? When did Narcos Submarines? And I think they found it in the Pacific Ocean. Narcos Submarine. They were saying, since I'm learning Spanish, I'm picking it up. Alto tu barco ahora. Stop your boat now. Pretty badass. Oh wait, I'll just play it here. Fuck it. Why not? Here's the audio. This is in the Pacific. Alto tu barco ahora. Alto Subarco. They just pull up on this. It's a narco.
Alto Subarco.
Ahora.
Alto Subarco.
Oh, that's so funny. This submarine. Narco submarine. And then they pull up and it's like a bunch of scared little...
It's gonna be hard to get on. Alto Subarco.
And they're literally boarding, Coast Guard guys boarding a submarine. And they just jump on and just start banging on the door. It just looks like a Call of Duty scene when they're in Modern Warfare 2 with the Russians. And they're just banging on, and then they get the door open, and it's just, yeah, it's a bunch of, oh, that's wild. Alto Subarco Ahora. Stop your boat now, everyone. But yeah, that's pretty badass. I didn't know narcos were in the Pacific, let alone having submarines. What's in the Pacific? Is that opium? Because cocaine's in well, okay, they could have been on the other side of the Pacific. They could have been, it's like that Peru, Chile side. They could have gone, I don't know if they would have made it through the Panama Canal, but there is Pacific access in South America, obviously. Maybe they were going up to California. Maybe I could just read and see where they were going. Storms narco submarine in huge Pacific Ocean drug bust. 7,000 pounds of cocaine off Mexico. Okay, so it was right off Mexico. I was going to say they off the Mexican coast in the Pacific. They picked them up. They were probably heading up the California way. Maybe even Asia. You think they like cocaine in Asia? In China? Japan? Maybe they're trying to expand their market over there. I don't really think they're getting involved yet. I saw a video of Kosovo Parliament. There was a Kosovo Parliament video of the dude's just fucking scrapping hard. Those Slavs, man. The Slavic blood in me. If I was in politics, if you had a bunch of Slavs in politics, I'm sure it happens a lot. There's always a fight ready to boil over. So go look up that video too if you get a chance. It's a Kosovo Parliament fight. Pretty solid. Threads. We were talking about Threads earlier, and I really wanted to make a point of this. So Threads, literally 8 days later, just completely went downhill, and it's pretty easy to see why. The app itself is bare bones. Twitter's at least pretty. Twitter has a lot of bells and whistles. There's a lot of stimulation on Twitter. There's a lot of, there's a lot of different things and stuff to look at. Of course, the free range of unlimited, you could see corn, you could see any kind of violence. There's a lot of violent shit on Twitter. It's a free-for-all. But here's what someone said about Twitter that I don't quite agree with, or maybe I just haven't seen it. Jessica Yellen. She's a CNN reporter, comes from a very wealthy family from Los Angeles. Her parents were, I believe, lawyers. Just came from a very privileged position. This is what she said. This was her first thread on the platform. It feels nice here so far. People are friendly and legit. Delighted to have someone non-toxic for a minute. I'm even happy to discover that people in my feed I don't already follow. Because they're not Nazis. How refreshing. I don't expect this to last, but will enjoy it for now. What? I'm sorry. I see a lot of shit on Twitter. I see corn. I see, you'll see a lady get hit in the head with a hammer or, hit with a truck. Or you'll see, that one dude who got eaten by a shark in Egypt. You see shit like that. But what Nazis are on Twitter? I mean, there's a lot of bot propaganda. There's a lot of bot propaganda from either side. There's a lot of liberal bot propaganda. There's probably a lot of conservative. But does that make them a Nazi? I've never seen a Nazi with the Nazi. What swastika Nazi flag Twitter account have you seen? I'd love to see it, Jessica Yellen. Love to see it. Please let me know. Because that's just a ridiculous take. Ridiculous. And that's kind of where my Threads usage ended there. I'll check it every once in a while, but I see a lot of tweets like this about Nazis. I don't know. If you see any Twitter Nazis, let me know. That is about it for the Bayside Report, everyone. This is just your late night check-in podcast here, Friday night. And we're going to send you off because everyone's out fucked up right now. I'm sure everyone, whether you're 10 Miller Lights deep, you're hitting the gritty with your friends, playing around a pool, playing Polish cornhole. I don't know. There's a massive car accident right outside my fucking window yesterday. I was sitting here working, boom, poosh, poosh. Cars flying everywhere, so stay safe out there, everyone. Stay off your phones. Keep your eyes on the road. Don't drink and drive either. That's no bueno. Thank you for listening, everyone, to the Bayside Report. We're here, as always, every week. Rain or shine, sleet or snow, hurricane or tornado. Cheers to everyone. Have a blessed Friday.